Ramakrishna Paramahamsa had many notable disciples. One we know, Swami Vivekananda, we have heard of. There were many other stalwarts of both monks and householders. There is one person who cannot in any way be compared to any of the stalwarts of the order at that time. There were many sincere seekers. There were people who would meditate for hours together. There were people who were ready to do anything. But there was one person called Girish Chandra Ghosh, who was one of the famous dramatists and stage artists and producers of plays of that time in Calcutta. You must understand that it is the time when the cinema had not yet captured the public's mind, and therefore plays were the most important, like today's famous film stars. And he was well known in his own right. He was also a poet. He also wrote his own drama, plays. But there was no vice on earth, what we call vice, that he did not have. He would be found in different houses at different times, in all areas, red, blue, yellow, whatever. And he was a drunk. From morning till evening, he would be under the influence not of the spirit but of the other spirit. But he was very fond of Ramakrishna. For some reason there was a bond between them which nobody could understand. So he used to come and sit with him and talk to him and sometimes abuse the master. He used to come late at night after everything was over and then sit down and get drunk and abuse. And many people told Ramakrishna, if you just show your finger, we'll throw him out. There's no problem. Why are you entertaining this man who is fully drunk and who is abusing you all the time? And Ramakrishna used to tell them that this is between him and me. You need not interfere. I'm telling you, this is how real teachers, masters are. He did not say he's a drunk, throw him out. Because he knew that deep down in this man there was a spark which, if ignited, would become a blazing fire, and he didn't want to let him go. So he kept talking to him. Girish was trying hard, but he could not change his way of life. But he was sure that he had to find that. There was something in him. And he loved the master. So he came to him one day and said, what am I to do? All people come to you, they've all become great yogis, holy men. Look at me, I'm still like this. Why don't you do something about me? And Ramakrishna said, can you give me your power of attorney? So Girish very quickly said yes. He said, just a minute, you are going to run into trouble. Think carefully. Will you give me your power of attorney? He said yes, unconditionally. So that was it. So he went back. I'm not telling about what process was adopted. That is between them. We don't know. But he went back after the power of attorney. And he could think of nothing but the master. He could not drink because when he took the glass he was smiling. And later on, when Swami Vivekananda came back from the West, he introduced many of the Western disciples to Girish Chandra Ghosh, saying, here is a man who is a miracle in spiritual life. He said it is one of the master's miracles that he is today a man of this stature.